Hi, I'm Laura Lee, and I'm a professional psychic medium. I've shared the stage with famous authors as a keynote, such as Dr. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Marianne Williamson, and even the acclaimed medium James Van Praagh himself. Done a lot of television and radio, worked on Discovery Channel, TLC, PBS, Game Show Network. Did a show as a co-host called Possessed Possessions with James Van Praagh, serving as the medium. And I do a lot of radio. In fact, I am a popular medium co-host on the show called Afterlife, actually taped out in California. Been on that show for approximately 4 years, and which was formerly known as Radio Medium Show out of LA and K-Big. I not only speak and do radio and television, but I also hold a lot of workshops. I have a private practice, and I also coach a lot of people how to connect with the other side. On my spare time, aside from earning my bread and butter to my private practice, I offer my services pro bono to the legal authorities to serve on missing children cases and, as such, homicide cases. I got into mediumship approximately 10 years ago. I left corporate America. I've always been doing this since I was a kid, and it just was in my blood. About the age of 3, I recognized I had this ability to communicate with the other side. Perhaps one of the most important homicide cases I worked on was about 8 years ago. Family came to me, which at this point in my life, I'm working with legal authorities strictly because of the emotional connection I have with people when I do serve in this capacity. But I was working with the family in order to connect with a daughter the police had thought and believed was a homicide case. I was the only medium that claimed that the victim was still alive, didn't see her on the other side, and of course within that year they found her. And that turned into Outpost for Hope, which you can actually look online. They've been recognized in publications such as Reader's Digest and People magazine about the story. Of course, I'm not included in that, but I happen to be the medium. I still work with the Chicago Police Department now that I'm back in my neck of the woods here in Illinois. And I'm currently working with a case up there, very high profile. They've asked me to be a little quiet about it still. It happens to deal with a couple little girls. And I'm also dealing with a case down in Tampa at the moment. So again, I serve in the way that I can. It's pro bono, so I do a lot of this work on my time. I would have to say what sets me apart from others is that not only have I served in the capacity to work on cold cases like this, but I've worked a lot with the media too. And that being, I know that timing is imperative for both mediums, both sources, and I think I'm very quick on my toes with trying to connect with the other side and bringing through information in a matter of moments, and we're not talking days. I also feel that from the obvious reasons, I'm not what, as far as everybody would perceive to be, as your typical psychic medium, very much like Alison DuBois herself. And I believe myself as a psychic medium to be very specific. I offer detailed information that includes names, dates, and I have the capacity to remote view. And those are some of my skill sets that I think I can bring forth. So I'm a single mom, and I believe this kind of work would best serve in various ways, one being that to show that mediumship is a legitimate profession and it can help in various ways to serve that people aren't aware of. They only know what they see on drama series, but the reality of it is this kind of gift or ability can serve in a lot of ways to help legal authorities to really crack down on cases that wouldn't otherwise give us a chance until they see something as real as this. So, thank you for your time.